Hello everyone and welcome back to my 164th Custom Farm Toys series. So I was looking back through some old videos and realized that I had some requests from some viewers that I probably never answered. One of them was to see my 9320 when it was finished, and here I have that. I've got all the handrails done and all the mirrors. I also, the wheels that I had on it were standy rims, and it was basically the banded dual rim, and so it wasn't very realistic. And Chris Steeb sent me these rims, and it was just a stock Ertl rim, but he told me how to trim it down and detail it out to make it look way better than the standy ones that I was using. And I also ordered rear wheel weights from Shapeways, and I forget who made those, but I want to say it was probably Harvester 850 again. He's got a lot of great stuff on Shapeways if you go check out his store. But I really wanted to kind of show off the wheels that I put on here. I still use the same standy tires, but it just gives it such a better look, not having that banded dual look to it. And I think it turned out really nice. Once again, you know, I painted and detailed the interior of the cab. I added the shift levers and a more realistic steering wheel. I think that's just a really, really important aspect that you can use to just set your builds apart from what everybody else has, and it really doesn't take a whole lot of work. But yeah, this is the 9320, and like I said, I'm really, really happy with the way this one turned out. There's really not a whole lot I would change if I was able to do it again. One thing I would like to add is in between the fenders there on the real model, there'd be like a bar that goes between them. But if I was going to add anything more as far as detail to this tractor, I would add the hydraulic ports on the back and maybe run some hydraulic lines and stuff like that to add a little bit more realism. But for my first four-wheel drive build, I'm really happy with the way that this one turned out. If you guys have any questions at all about parts I used on the build or how I made any of the specific components, feel free to leave them in the comments. I check the comments often, and like I said in the previous video, I don't get enough of them to where it's not possible for me to respond. So please ask questions if you have any, and leave feedback if you like it or if you don't, or if you think there's something I should do different. Another tractor that I finished earlier this summer that I never really did a completion video on was my first John Deere 7800. I used the standy dual rims for the back and a standy front rim, and I really like the way those front tires look. They seem a tad bit small for this tractor, but I still think they fit the tractor very nicely. I also added a handrail to the steps and to the cab, and I did cab glass on this one, as well as detailed the interior once again. And I often don't have red on my displays, but I found this in my toy box and thought it would make a nice little image of this tractor bailing some road ditches, and so I threw it on there. And not to be a spoiler at all, but the front fenders that I used on my 7800 that I'm working on, that is front wheel assist. Actually, I have it right here, so I'll throw that on there as well. The fenders that I used on this tractor came off of a MX like 280 or 250 or something like that. I'm not very good with the red model numbers, but basically I bought a couple of those tractors on a eBay sale because they were kind of, the roofs were kind of squished, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the cabs off of them and make them into pulling tractors. I did some research the other night, and there's actually some pretty sharp looking MX series pulling tractors, so I might play around with that a little bit. I might wait until there's the Greater Midwest Toy Show in January. I might wait until then so I can just buy the kit and you know, pass on the shipping costs. But we'll see how that goes. And I mean, I've got plenty of other projects to keep me busy between now and then. But those are just two tractors that I finished up this summer that are pretty much done, that I wanted to share with you guys. And like I said on the other tractor, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the YouTube comment section there, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And thanks for watching. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe, and check back. I'll have more soon.